Hello and greetings, everyone out there. Welcome to the Foul Play YouTube channel, Open Mic. I think we're at 170, something like that. Hope everybody's doing well today. And today I decided to go back to the radio traffic calls from last year that we got, the 2022 Open Records request. Continue on with those. I doubt we'll finish, but we'll take some time and go through those. And we're going to talk about a couple of things before we get started. But first, let's let everyone say hello. First up, we got Susan.
Hello, everybody. Hope you're having a great Sunday. Gonna go through some more calls today, so should be interesting.
Absolutely. I totally agree. And then we have Lady Neverly from Neverly Hills.
Hello, Jack. Hello, panel, and everybody in the chat. How are you doing? It's a beautiful sunny day, 80 degrees in Southern California, and I'm glad that I'm here.
Well, thanks, Neverly. I didn't sigh out loud, but I did internally because it's like, I don't know, 50 degrees here. I think it got up to a little bit warmer than that, but not much.
Yeah, we're going through a second summer.
Yeah, so send a little bit of that this way. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Here, and then whoosh, it's coming.
And then we have Cherie. I don't recall. How are you today?
I'm good. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Open Mic.
Thanks, Cherie. And then we have JD.
Hi, everybody, and hi, everyone on panel. I'm looking forward to the radio calls tonight.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming, JD. And then Dr. Silkman. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well, thank you, Jack61, and it's great to be here, and welcome panel, and welcome everyone in chat. I can't wait to sink our teeth into those radio calls. Thank you, guys.
Absolutely. I totally agree. So, just a couple of things to talk about, events from the past, basically past week. As many know already, there were a group of guilters. I say guilters. Let me rephrase that. I apologize. A group of people that are now state advocates, and that's fine. Not a problem. 3 of those were foul play members, and this was just something that we took very seriously, and so we decided to delay for a week the rebuttal to Cam episode 9. It's coming, but this was something that certainly affected the group, obviously, and so we took the time to deal with it, and we think that was the right thing to do. And it's putting together a live broadcast with as many elements as what Doc puts into it, and others may add. It takes time. And so, it had to be dealt with. It's fine. People can believe and do whatever they like. We have no problem with that. We wish them the best. I can't follow that path, but that's me. So I just wanted to, because I've gotten several private messages. I'm not going to say from who or what. It's not just one person. It's been many questions. A lot of things out in various community groups and so forth, Facebook, Twitter, what have you. So just to, kind of settle the dust and the dirt, and, we're not going anywhere. The group is fine, but, the right thing to do. I'll let everyone else speak their mind. Don't want to get too deep into whatever. I will point out that there was an open letter left, and I'm going to put the link to that letter in the live chat. You can read it if you want, or don't read it if you want. But it explains, at least some things. I certainly can't get into the mind of anyone. I don't think anyone here can. But this is their viewpoint, and again, it's fine. It's okay with me. So anyway. Does anyone want to add to that while I put this live link into the live chat, or this link into the live chat?
I'll just say I'm more dedicated than ever to finding the truth.
Fair enough. So am I. Everly, Doc, Cherie.
I echo what Susan said.
Yeah, me too. Hey, it's a free country. People can believe whatever they want. They can switch sides as much as they want. Doesn't bother me. Just be a human, be a bro.
Yep, I agree. I just put the live link to the letter in the link to the letter into the live chat. You can, go read it or download it or whatever as you wish. This is not private. This was publicly posted. I know it's made it to at least one Facebook group. I would imagine there's probably others. I don't really dive off too deep into very many Facebook groups myself anymore. I used to, but there's so much drama. I had to get out of it, man. It's crazy. There's been a lot of, lively discussion on Twitter of late, of one thing or another with a lot of people, not just members from Foul Play, others that have been in the, both sides of the community, the state advocate side and the truther community. So it is what it is. We just have to, you have to choose your own path. And that's what we encourage everyone to do. Go read and do whatever you wish with the material that's available. We have a lot of material available. We still are missing a lot of material that we are still requesting and can't get. Trying to get it, but so anyone have anything to add before we move on?
Oh, I can make a couple of comments.
Sure.
And I'll keep it very, very short. I wish all the new state advocates who have found the truth, according to themselves, all the very best. As a Foul Play team member, a proud Foul Play team member, I believe collectively as a group, we are in search of the truth of what happened on that horrible day to Teresa Halbach. We've never wavered in that belief. And I believe that as a team, we have been open. We've been very, very fair. Our rebuttals that we've been doing to Cam have been with all due respect. We are not targeting individuals. We are looking at what was presented in the episodes, and we're providing a rebuttal. Again, I wish the new state advocates all the very best. They obviously saw something that none of us did. I know that a lot of the guys here and people in chat have been on this case for 5+ years. Certainly, I don't know about you guys, but I never saw anything in convicting a murderer that swayed me or changed my mind in any way. I appreciate everyone on the team. I appreciate everyone in chat. And really, I just hope that the new state advocates provide us a link to their Discord channel, because I would love to join them. I'd love to have a discussion with them. Thank you.
Yep. Thanks, Doc. Well, for me,
Yeah.
I guess because I've been involved so long, getting documentation within just a few months of the NAM 1 airing back in, I think we had them by early March, mid-March 2016. I don't remember the exact date, but we got a document dump of the first round. And so, we were able to read the transcripts on our own. And I did. I did immediately. I started going through the pretrial motions, just trying to take my time. And it was a daily thing that I went through for months reading this stuff. So for me, for what I've seen in convicting a murderer, there were a lot of elements, especially in the first 4 episodes, that had nothing to do with making a murderer, except for some drop-ins, right? You had Earl and Candy talking, and they would drop in stuff from 2005 or whatever. Earl and Candy talking, dropping stuff from 2005, So there was you have to look at it for what it is, connecting something that's 40 years old and saying, well, this guy was a real D-bag, and so he killed Teresa. I can see how some could make that leap, but I can't. If we're going to base people's, whether they go to prison or not, if they're an asshole, we got a lot of people that we're going to have to build a lot more prisons. That's just my opinion, right? So
There's a reason that stuff is not allowed in court.
that's right.
Previous acts
It-
like that. You
it-
can't
it-
base it on somebody's prior
Character.
history. Now,
No.
now, if he were a murderer prior,
That's different.
that's different.
That's right.
But you just can't base when somebody's accused of murder. It comes down to the evidence, the facts in the case, not their character. So
I agree. That's well said. I totally agree. I mean, there were new elements added as well, new things that we never heard before. We heard from Colburn. He made the claim that, during this phone call he made to dispatch that night, he was talking to Wiegert on the phone while writing on his knee on his notepad while driving. Never heard that before. There are a lot of these little elements that got added in. It's fine, I just take it for what it is. Another thing that people forget, and you got to remember it. Netflix and Transition Studios and the Daily Wire are for-profit companies. They didn't do this for free, and they didn't do it for any kind of justice for anything. They did it to make money, and don't ever forget that, ever. Right? That's because you get this. I knew it in 2015. I knew Netflix was a for-profit company. And it didn't matter. I wanted to watch the series. Once I heard about it, I thought, that's interesting, because I was interested in true crime anyway. And I think a lot of us were blown away with a lot of what we saw. Was it biased? Of course it was. It couldn't help to be biased, because you can see at the end of the episodes how many people refused to participate, and that's fine. That's their call. But by not participating themselves, they didn't. It lends itself automatically to a biased documentary, despite anything else of what Laura or Maura may have said to Stephen. It doesn't matter. Anyway, they had a choice. So, yeah, I think that's probably enough said about that. We wish them the best. Wish them well. There's no ambiguity or anything. I know TT and Fangirl made a comment earlier. Whatever bad feelings that people have, my advice is to just let it go. Just keep doing what you believe is the right thing to do. That's just advice. You certainly don't have to follow it. If you get upset, because it is emotional, it's polarizing, walk away for a few minutes, then come back. Calm down. Try to speak from a less biased, viewpoint, because once you get ramped up, it's really difficult. I've been down this road so many times. So with that said, has anybody got anything else before I was going to have Neverly read through if she can see can you see the names in the live chat, Neverly?
Yes, I can.
I was going to get you to
We
greet
have a bunch
everyone
of people.
before. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I was going to get you to greet
We
everyone
have our
before we get started.
Our mod, Jazzness Gaming, is here. Welcome. We have a new name, Stuart King, who says that he's been following our work for the past year or so. So that's great to hear. Welcome, Stuart. Crockett Thompson is here. I am Neverly under foul play. So if you have any questions, please put a question, like a Q or a question before, and we'll get to it eventually.
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah. And Gloria, Passive Bear, hello, ladies. Who else is here? Kay, hi, Kay. Nan's Life, our artist friend, is here. Random Pieces. JD is here. He's also on the panel. Colette M. Tired Old Man, hello. That's a new name for us, but welcome. Graham Moss, Pete Moss, Rumor Has It, True Crime Fan Girl, It's Possible Tina, Sver or Sver Hagelund. Sorry for butchering your name. Oh, this is here. Sherilyn Pontillo, our Hammer lady. Hammer time.
That's right.
Who else is here? I saw Mr. President, Justine J. I don't recall is here and on the panel. Clive Coolidge, Double D, Graham Moss, Crockett Thompson, did I already say that? Danny Mellis. Anthony Hills joined us, Alligator 57. And if I miss somebody, I'm so sorry. Tag me and I will call out your name. And no, we don't have the link to the new state advocates. They didn't provide it to us. I don't know if it's out there, but for now, it seems like it's exclusive.
To their Discord channel you're speaking of?
Yeah, I think that's private. I think
Yeah,
that's
or
a
a
private.
name or anything. I don't
That's a
even know.
private.
Yeah.
That's a private server, I believe. So no,
Yeah.
that's
For those
entirely
you need
up
to
to
be
the.
invited.
You have to be invited to be able to get into a private server on Discord. Okay, is that it, Neverly?
So far.
Okay. Well, we do welcome everyone. And as Neverly said, if you have a question, just put a Q in front of what you're going to type, whatever your question is. That way, I'll try to watch the best I can, and so will Neverly and all of us, and we'll try to get to your question as quickly as we can. So, with that said, let me go ahead and get this pulled up here. Yeah, let me go ahead
Cher
and get
and
this.
Scooby the dog joined us as well. So welcome, ladies. We have over 50 people in the chat. I don't think that I read out 50 people. So for the ones that are listening, welcome. T1,
Yeah, well,
hey, buddy.
we always have a few lurkers, and that's fine. We're glad they're here and listening. If they don't want to talk, that's good too. So let me fix that there. Okay, so we're starting, as you can see in the you can see on screen. We're starting on. Sorry, I was on the wrong screen. We're starting on 11/6 at 4:51 in the morning. It's just a minute long call, and the next one's 13 minutes. And we'll just go through these. If anyone needs me to stop on the panel or whatever, or somebody in the live chat wants me to replay something, just let me know and we can do that. I've listened to all these before. I know there's some interesting ones coming up. I'm going to say that some of these are probably somewhat interesting, but it is what it is. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and get started, and we'll travel through these and get where we get before we break up for the night. All right, here we go.
Hey Nancy, is the deputy inspector still up at the scene up there?
No. As far as we know, everybody's gone. The only one that should be there is Scott. Dispatch 403.
4-3.
Can you tell me, did 701 leave now that you're there?
Affirmative, I think we checked out at 04, $1,800.
Simply thanks.
I'm going to pause this for a second. I can pull up the badge numbers again if you guys want, if that's helpful. If not, if it's irritating, I won't do it. You guys just let me know.
701 headquarters.
701.
701 squad 59 1042 at HQ.
10-4.
Okay, this next one's
193-496.
starts around 6:30 a.m.
Go ahead. Bravo, copy on code. Go ahead. If you have time, could you make contact at the fire station with number 1 here downtown? Just check with them, tell them that we'll be utilizing that command post once again all day today, very likely all night again. We'll see what they need to do as far as fueling it, and if they need assistance from us or payment or they have ways to do it, help us take care of it later. 10-4. Dispatch, could you give me that number? Back to dispatch.
452.
Myself and 4005 are out at jail. If you didn't disorder, if you could fax up whatever information we have.
10-4.
209 dispatch.
209, go ahead.
I'm 41 and 49. I'm going to hit the pumps and then head north.
10-4, 209.
Go ahead, 193. Do you have contact yet with the fire department? Negative, I'll advise. Had on there that deck canvas portion of the tent sustained problems with the high winds last night, and they tried to secure as much, but right now it's down, so they may want to have a personnel come out and attend to that. I tried calling up, telling Chief Russ Bolt at his house. I got an answering machine, so make sure the shift commander on duty at that department is aware of it. That's what.
Hey, Jack.
Dispatch, should he look at the number for clear post?
Yes.
Danny Mellis was asking who is 701. Do you want to read out the numbers again?
That's what I was saying. It's entirely up to you guys. If you want me to read them out, I can.
Yeah, I think people like that, to know who's talking.
Okay. Give me just 1 second. Let me pull this up here on Google. And I have to thank Mystic Jinx. This is her work. What the hell's Google? Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, wait. I can probably do it another way here. It's probably going to be more handy for me. And that's all. I want to talk about me anyway, so. Okay, drive. Okay. All right. So 701 is CASO Officer Kurt Kohler, Kohler.
Like the toilet.
Well, yeah, I mean, his family could own that for all
Yeah.
we know. Yeah, that's right. Okay, let me get back over. And I'll try to do this, when there's no talking, so, I don't interrupt it too much. All right. Okay, I'll back it up a click or two, and then we'll continue.
Dispatch, shouldn't he look with the number for clear post? For firehouse number 1, I believe it is, in the city, or whoever's in charge of the command post must be the one over by the city. PD, if you can give me that phone number.
Okay, hang on. Six 6540.
Thank you. that's 41.
10-4,
278 is
What copy
Remiker.
dispatch incident number?
Is who?
Remiker.
8892.
278 is Manitowoc County Detective Dave Remiker.
4962-193 in code.
.496 is Lieutenant Todd Herman.
4962-193 in code.
193 is
Be advised that they take contact with the arrest boat party. Said after 0800 they should be out there. They may have to have a cooperative come out there. They could direct them to. Also, aware of the porch area. They'll expect that when they come out. If you could check the fuel gauge in the front of it, because it would be low. You'll have to shut down the ignition, shut it down until it gets refueled. Also, the personnel that comes out will please be on engaging that unit.
Jeez. 193 is Shedder, Greg Shedder, Deputy Inspector, MTSO.
49 dispatcher, are you available for 821?
10-4.
I'm not sure what he said his badge number was. I thought it said 489. Don't have that.
496-193.
496 again is Herman.
Go ahead. I could give you a direct line in case you'd have any problems for the firehouse. Just hold on to it for now. I'm not in a good spot.
193 again is Shedder.
.49 dispatch.
49.
10-8 from the Maribel area. I'm 76 HQ. You could still leave me logged on the incident, however.
10-4.
499 is
499.
yeah, Randy Novak, MTSO.
557 dispatch.
.557, go ahead.
You can mark me 1041. I'm also 76 at the command post.
Don't have a 557.
10-4.
Oh wait, I do. That's James or Mike Riddle.
204 dispatch.
Who? James who?
Riddle.
204.
I'll be 10-8, 57, 10-6 to the location out in Michigan.
10-4.
204 is Link. James Link.
160204.
160.
204, go ahead.
160 is Shimo.
Dennis gave me his portable. He had a problem with it yesterday. I resolved it, and it's in the charger in the command post. 10-4.
That's Shimo talking to Link 204.
209, copy direct. Thanks. Very good. 209, sheriff's vehicle.
209 is Dennis
10-4,
Jacobs.
I'll grab it when I get out. Should I put the one I have then in that same charger? Yeah, just do a flop and someone else that needs it will be in there then. I already charged it up, by the way, so it's all set for you. Thank you very much. 10-4.
Who was 209, Jack?
432 dispatch.
Dennis Jacobs.
432.
432, 278, 1041, squad 58.
432 is Colburn.
10-4.
204, go ahead. Just brainstorming here. Can we get some crime scene tape out here for possibly marked cars with the rain. Maybe we could just tie it to cars. Got some rolls if somebody hasn't left HQ yet. 10-4, 278, can you pick those up? What were you looking for, Ian? The yellow crime scene tape rolls are up on top in the supply room. There's tons of it in that trailer out there. 10-4. 193, you copy? I copy. We'll wait till you get out here.
So 193 Shedder, 204 Link, 278 Remaker. Had them a three-way about crime scene tape.
598 dispatch.
Go ahead.
41 in squad 45, 76 up to the scene.
I'm not sure what that number was.
10-4.
Go ahead.
Can't even.
24.
Really terrible radio.
405, 1024, 108.
10-4.
405 is Pete O'Connor.
Dispatch 405. Check.
Go ahead.
We should head north, car in the ditch, across from 18518, County Highway T, 18518, County Highway T. It's going to be a red car that's down in the ditch. Nobody seems to be around. Called in by a passing motorist.
10-4. You got a crossroad on that address?
Showing Gretz Drive and Highway T.
10-4. Dispatch out at HQ.
10-4 for
499 is Randy Novak. MTSO.
557 dispatch.
Ow.
557.
You can mark me out on Avery Road. I don't know if I told you earlier on the squad 66.
66, 10-4.
557 is, it's either James or Mike Riddle. I guess Dink didn't know for sure.
452 499. 499. Did you call 4228 with victim's information?
452 is Jason.
452 dispatch.
452.
24 for non-incident, 10-6 HQ.
10-4.
Well, 32 dispatch.
Go ahead.
Myself and 278 will be 10-6 on 147, Highway 147.
Copy that.
204, same traffic.
10-4, 204. Yeah, go.
278 again is Remaker. 204 is Jacobs. No, I'm sorry, 204 is Link. Remaker and Link.
598 dispatch, I'm going to be out on Avery Road.
598 is Gary Tax. 598 is Gary Tax.
450 dispatch.
Go ahead.
1024.
10-4, 403.
423 is Mike Herman. Brother to Todd.
Can you pause, Jack?
Dispatch 204.
Can.
I forget who asked. I think Tuco, where else except Cuss Road do we see crime scene tape? Around some of the cars.
Yeah, there was a van out in the in one section there of the Avery salvage yard that they surrounded with tape. There was I think it was a car. They did the same thing, and then they eventually took the skid steer and picked that car up, and then the burn pit.
Well, not on the 6th.
Oh no, not on the 6th. No,
By
that's
this
right.
time, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not entirely sure. I can't remember. I think I don't know what day they put that crime scene tape around that van that was out there in the yard.
Danny Mello says, I think they said the tape was to mark cars where they were searching cars at this point. Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, it seemed to me like it was the 6th. It was pretty early on. It seemed like it was the 6th or 7th. Doc, can you remember? I just can't remember for sure.
Yeah, because remember on the 5th, they went in with the cadaver dogs to check out the salvage yard. And I think on the 6th, that's when they started to pop open the hoods and bonnets of the vehicles. So if there was any vehicles that were of interest, they likely would have marked it. Yep.
Yeah. I think it was the 6th when they definitely taped off that van. I'm not sure about any others though. At that point in time.
No, because if this is the 6th, then this clearly cannot be any crime scene tape around the burn pit, around the barrel, and at Cuss Road.
Nope, hadn't got there yet, as far as we know, or anything in the quarry or the Manitowoc County gravel pit, or Mitchell's quarry.
Yeah, so this would have been probably within the Avery salvage yard itself.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Yeah.
Hey, Jack, do you want to send me a list of those badge numbers and names, and I will type them in as I hear them?
I can, absolutely.
Okay, you can send it to me in Discord.
I will. Any other questions? I've been trying to go back and forth, but that would be very helpful because it's hard. I can't watch for questions per se. I've been trying to kind of switch back and forth screens, but you know that doesn't always work.
I think we're good.
Okay.
I think we're good right now, Jack. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to continue this call then. I'm going to try to. My computer seems to be locked up. That's not good. Well, that worked. What in the world is going on here? This is really irritating. I can't do anything. I mean, it's not in my... Okay, that worked. Well, it kind of worked. I can't. Can you all hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
I have no idea what just happened there. It just locked up and it kicked me out. Throwed me the hell out. Yeah, tell me about it. All right, let me do this first. Neverly. I'm gonna send this to you, okay, Neverly?
You're muted, Neverly.
You should have got that in Discord. And then let me see if I can reload the page here. It's gonna be okay. That should be good. Yeah, that's what I want. Apologies for the technical difficulties. Share screen. Okay, it popped in there. Okay. We're almost done with this
I got
call
it,
anyway.
Jack.
Good. So you can help call out badge numbers or top them in, whatever you want, however you want to do it. Doesn't matter to me.
I'll try to keep up. It's an extensive list.
It is. And some we don't have. So, all right. Here we go. Let's finish this call up, and then we got another one that's really short. We'll just continue down this list here. Here we go.
4204.
That's it. Going to the next call, which is on the 6th, 11 o'clock.
209.
Myself and investigator Dietering from Calumet are going to be out with George Zipper at his residence on Beat Boy.
Copy that.
Thank you. We'll be updated.
I'm going to pause this right here because this is an interesting call. I remember hearing it. But remember, this is supposed to be the time that Dennis Jacobs was dithering back to the zippers to record the voicemail. Remember?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
So this is an interesting little connection here. Of course, we don't have the recording for some reason.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, it would. It would really be nice because it would close the door or open it up. One of the two. Close it and say there's nothing there, or the other side of that is she said something in that call that detracts from whatever the state presented. That's my opinion.
It could be timeline.
It could be. She could have said, I can't find your what time it was. It's well, we know what time it was because it's on our phone.
Well, yeah.
But
True
she
that.
could have said
Well,
she could have said, I can't find your house. I'm going to go. I got another appointment. I'm going to do that. Then I'll come back.
right? Possible.
So, or give me a call and let me know, give me some direction here. There's just all kinds of possibilities.
Well, the thing is that Joylene herself, Zipra, was very, very flexible with the time.
Yes.
In terms of she couldn't pin down the time. And this was a concern because if she was out by so much in her time estimation, Teresa could have well been on her way to her place after she had visited the Avery salvage yard. So that is a big concern. And if that tape, if the voicemail actually confirms that, it's case over, as in release the boys right now.
Well,
I'm pretty sure in her first interview, she said around 3 o'clock.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, she was out in the yard working, so unless somebody had a watch on, I can see how she would probably just have a time range, but yeah. So, I agree. And I think that if that call, remember, we have an exhibit list from Ken Kratz 1 month prior to trial, and this voicemail is listed as seized. And if it had been lost by that point in time, why would he have included it in his list? Surely he would have known that it wasn't available and he couldn't include it as an exhibit. It's an opinion.
The other possibility, of course, is that Kratz is not going to present anything that potentially can harm or muddy his case.
Of course
So
not.
it's up to him whether he wants to submit it or not. But that's not the point. If you got it, give it to the defense.
Well, he should have. The defense certainly should have gotten a copy of anything in discovery, and that certainly was. And to my knowledge, they never got it. Maybe that's a question I'll ask Beauty. He was pretty good
Jack,
about responding.
There's a question from Danny Malice. She says, still poking around Zipper, setting the timeline up how they want it. Had there been a statement from one of the Zippers about what was said on that message?
No, as I recall, somebody help me in case I get it wrong. As I recall, Remaker made kind of a generalized statement in his report in the MTSO summary. Is that right, guys? I'm almost positive that's exactly what Remaker said. He reported kind of a generalized thing because allegedly when they went in, he listened to that message on the Zipper machine. I've always wondered why the hell didn't you just go ahead and record it right then?
Yeah,
Right.
T1 says, it's odd to me that they wouldn't want to use the Zipper's voicemail to support their narrative and timeline of events and Teresa's demeanor that day. My guess is it went against the state's narrative, 100%.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I agree with that too, T. I think we all do. I can't see any other reason why that Kratz wouldn't have played it, because this is Teresa, when you want all the information out there, right? I agree. So, all right. Any other questions we can get to while we're paused here? We're good.
We're good.
Okay. I'm going to back it up a click.
10-4.
I'll back it up a click and we'll continue.
Copy that.
4, thank you. We'll be on pager.
Available on pager. 10-4.
I think that's probably it. Yeah, that's it.
209.
Myself and Investigator Dietering from Calumet are going to be out with George Zipper at his residence on Deep Boy.
Copy that.
4, thank you. We'll be on pager.
Available on pager. 10-4.
I don't know why that's kind of a repeat of the last one. I have no idea. That's it though for that one. 821.
160, Deputy Riddle.
846.
Go ahead. You want to log me out when you get back to the trailer as of 8:45? I got you right here. I'm running the point from this location now.
Do you have that form in there yet from INS?
Yep, Katie has it right here. We're trying to run some more numbers here.
I need that back right away. I'm on the phone with someone.
I'm going to pause this right here just to interject. I'm 99% sure they're talking about Everberg and the German guy. He said
What
INS
did he
form.
say? I missed that.
He said it was about you have that INS form. He needs it back.
Oh, yeah, for the German.
Yeah.
Yeah. Siegfried. So I just wanted to clear. Yeah. I'm not entirely sure why they included some of this, but they did. So, all right. I'll move on. I think that's it anyway for this call. Next call is at 8:47.
Call 193. Two 204.
204 is Jacobs.
193.
193 is Shutter.
204. 193. Go ahead.
there someone on patrol can stop back at headquarters and pick up evidence numbers that are upstairs on the second floor? You can 22 on that. We got some in the trailer. Let's get data. Two 204-193. Go ahead. The bottom drawer of the evidence trailer, we need some evidence numbers brought out here.
Okay, they're in the trailer at my location, correct?
That's affirmative. The yellow triangle numbers.
All right, I'll take care of it.
Okay, moving into, looks like this is 8:50 through 9:50, so a little
Jack.
bit longer call. Yep.
190.
Yep.
Jack, Kay is asking, what is the trailer and the bottom drawer are they referring to?
I can't answer that. I don't know for
Yeah.
sure.
The bottom drawer.
Yeah, the bottom drawer. They said trailer, bottom drawer, evidence, something.
Probably the command post.
That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah.
That they, or they may have had maybe a separate thing that they had pulled out there, but I think it's the command post.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't be for sure on that, Kay, but I think Susan's right. And that, these evidence numbers are, they're talking about property tag numbers. It's so, I mean, to me, it's so kind of screwy how they do it. Not really understanding the procedure, to be fair, though. But regardless.
Evidence tag numbers, crime scene tape. That's definitely the command post.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah. I'm guessing that the evidence tag numbers, though, were probably maybe in a locked cabinet, would be my guess, because you don't really want those to get out, right? Because I think they're assigned by day per officer, whoever's using them. I think that's right. So.
Yeah. Tuco says evidence tag numbers are in the bottom drawer of the trailer, I think. And Nan's Life says evidence numbers in the trailer bottom drawer. Command post is what I'm thinking. So we're kind of thinking along the same lines. Okay, you guys, so this list of badges is humongous. I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep up and jump in as they're calling them.
I'll try to help you out, Neverly.
Okay, thank you.
I don't know if that caused me to get thrown out, but I doubt it. Probably something with StreamYard, but I'll try to help out just like I was doing.
Jack?
Yep.
Yeah, I just checked Jolene Zippera's testimony. She said it could have been as late as 3:30.
There you go.
That Teresa was at her property. It was not definitive. So it could have been, she said, mid-afternoon. It could have been as late as 3:30, and she agreed with Dean Strang. Isn't that interesting? It
is. And I remember reading that testimony. And that's what raised so many questions about it, because of the way the statement was written for her. She didn't write the statement herself, right?
Correct.
She just signed it.
Yep.
So, interesting. Thanks for looking that up.
There's a question from Nan's Life. She says, can we locate the badge number list on the foul play site?
No, this belongs to Mystic Jinx, and she hasn't given permission for us to put that in the library. It's entirely hers. I know she doesn't mind it being used, but to share the list would be her call, and that it'd be great, but it's really kind of her work, and there were some issues surrounding the badge number list from a few years ago, and I'm not going to get into all that. I'm just telling you what I know. So it would really be up to Jinx. We would be glad to host it for everyone to look at. So there it is. Alrighty. This is a wait. Yeah, there we go. This is an
Sarge
11-minute,
has
almost 12.
joined us, so welcome, Sarge.
Hey, Sarge. This is almost a 12-minute call. I'll continue to call badge numbers. Again, if you have questions, let us know. We'll stop and address it. All right, here we go.
3496.
Go ahead, 193, I'm just entering.
You pull up here.
496, dispatch, I'm out.
10-4.
Four zero five dispatch 1044 for 1092.
10-4.
One nine three dispatch.
Go ahead.
Did you locate that phone number?
Six 8884. 682-8884.
Copy, thank you.
.499 dispatch.
499.
499 is Novak.
Could you give me the number you called to reference this vehicle?
683-9975. 683-9975.
Copy, and that was supposedly a girlfriend of this party?
I reached his mother, and his mother informed me that his girlfriend would call back.
Copy.
One nine two dispatch.
492 is Belkey.
Go ahead.
Sergeant Belkey. Sergeant Belkey.
That order's been placed. When it's completed, they will give you a call at your line. Just let me know and I'll make arrangements to have it transferred out here.
10-4.
Two 278, Kelly Med 815.
278 Remicker.
278, Detective Uyghur.
You heard him. 815 is bigger.
193.
193 Shedder.
Go ahead.
Can you get near Detective Uyghur so he can monitor?
Be a couple minutes and I'll advise when I do.
That's one.
8155.
Mark, your sheriff and DCI Tom were over here. They're going to get somebody else to do that description for you. It'll be done a little bit quicker.
Okay, thanks.
I don't know what they're talking about. Maybe a warrant or something? I don't know.
499 dispatch.
499 is Novak again.
499.
On the 1024, I spoke to the party's mother just as you did. She did speak with them, and he should be calling reference the accident report. For the time being, I'm 10-8.
10-4.
Dispatch.
499.
Just 43, the vehicle is going to remain at that location. They will make their own arrangements to remove it.
10-4. Dispatch 452, I have a 21 fuel.
5032.
452 is Jason Orth, MTSO.
405, 1092.
405.
405 is Pete O'Connor.
Could you also fax that out to the jail, please?
I did.
Thank you.
One nine three dispatcher code.
Unit calling, go ahead.
Disregard now on 47. 47, you got a phone? I'll be down in the shift commander's office in about 30 seconds.
We're at 7 is time. I don't know who the Ellen was.
Dispatch, can I have a phone number for fire station number 1?
It's 686-6540.
Thank you. We're at 7193. ETA and that piece of equipment will be just over an hour.
Copy, thank you.
That's Lieutenant Simon talking to Shutter.
196, Deputy Riddle. Go ahead. Fire department will be bringing out a theater as well, you know. Several.
499, have a phone call for you.
Go ahead, send it up 65.
10-4.
499 again is Novak.
.49 dispatch will be 92.
10-4, 499.
Four back to the 499. 499. One available. Give me 2162.
452 is Jason Orth talking to Novak.
Dispatch 73B, 10100.
73, 10
I don't know who 73 is.
Four 405, 10-8.
10-4, 405.
405 is O'Connor.
452 dispatch from 10-8.
10-4, 452.
487 dispatch will be 41 in squad 67.
10-4.
One 496. Go ahead, I'm 76 back to your location. Okay, that'll be fine, I'll talk to you then.
That was Shutter talking to Herman. Howard Herman.
Stand for 10 minutes.
Dispatch 405.
405, JJ at South Union.
405 is O'Connor.
10-4, I have a one car, 1050, no injury, no blockage. It's going to be on double X X-ray, just east of Highway A.
10-4, 76.
10-4.
Hey, what if I do Deputy Shutter? 193, go ahead. 193, would you come back to the command post?
That's Wiegert talking to Shutter.
193, 496.
Go ahead. Do you have a county map in your briefcase? 10-4.
I don't know who 493 is. 496 is
Okay,
home.
I'll get that from you when you arrive.
Dispatch 193.
Good.
I have one of the media stations on the line asking if there's going to be any press release or conference today.
Copy on code.
10-4, go ahead.
Right now, they did schedule one for 13:30 hours, Michigan Fire Department. It's still set to go.
10-4, thanks.
557-193.
557 is Riddle.
I have a county map down here at the entry point. Whoever needs it, they want to come get it. Last time on that, Mike. I'll just be here shortly. Copy. 209 dispatch.
209.
We're going to be 10-8 from that residence on C and 10-6 at HQ.
10-4, 209.
209 is Jacobs. He's with zippers with a dead ring. Send that call.
I'm 815 to Vector Center. 193, go ahead. 193, do you have radio contact with the unit that left to go to Madison? That's 598, I'm copying. Copy. That copy. Mark, you could speak to unit 598. That's work. Can you guys return back here when you get that evidence slip for you?
I'm locked out again.
Oh no. Come back, Jack.
Ugh.
You're back.
Am I here?
Yep.
I don't know why it keeps doing that. Hold on. Let's see if it's unfroze my screen here. Nope, I'm still frozen. Can't do anything. Stuck
Weird.
on one screen. Yeah, I know. I don't know what the hell's going on. StreamYard's not locking.
Did you have radio contact with the unit that left to go to Madison?
It's playing now.
That's 598, I'm copying. Copy.
Yep.
That copy. Mark, you could speak to unit 598. That's work. Can you guys return back here when you get that evidence slip for you? 10-4, we're down at the end of the Avery Road. Alright, can you go back to the command post, please? I'm stacking this thing up.
598 is Gary Tax.
598, stand by, I'll bring it down. Thanks.
On to the next call.
Dispatch 193.
It's Cheddar.
Anyway, you can have 209 give me a call.
209 is Jacobs?
I don't believe you guys have seen the try by pager. Probably best to reach him.
10-4, thanks.
Brian, was that you just leaving the scene? Affirmative. Copy.
Next call. Another short one.
$278, Officer Cactus.
278 Rimiker.
598, go ahead. Can you physically check to see if there's a lock on the back of that trailer so we can lock it up and secure it? There is no lock.
Next call. 11:30.
County 1932, mission copies. Just for your information, I do have some food coming home, so hopefully be able to take care of some of that.
That's Shedder.
10-4. Dispatch from Squad 3, County.
Squad 3, go ahead.
Get back in quarters.
I don't know who Squad 3 is. Sorry.
10-4, Squad 3.
Sound like that Ron Shimmick, but I'm not sure. Next call.
Jack,
Yeah.
T1 makes a good point. He said, let's not forget Tom Sawinski makes his call into law enforcement late November 6th to report
That's right.
seeing the RAV being pushed down Avery Road by 2 individuals.
That's correct. That's in a actual phone call. It won't be on. It shouldn't. I don't think we're going to hear anything on the radio about it. But that's
Cool
true.
if we did, wouldn't it?
Well, I mean, if there would be some chat. I mean, that call would have been, into dispatch. It
Right.
wouldn't be. Yeah, it wouldn't be into radio, but it would be interesting if there was some kind of radio chatter about that call.
Right. Sent to a detective, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. This next call, we're at, I think, 11:13. Let's see. Yeah, 11:13. It's another short call before we get into the 7-minute call. So let's see what this has got.
Danny Malice has a question.
Okay.
It says, where was the command post? End of Avery Road? Does that mean in the turnaround? Yeah, where the bus turned around by the mailboxes, right in that area. Correct?
Yeah, I think we got a photo of it.
No, I think it was right at the beginning of Highway 147 and Avery Road. There was a command post there. But I also think that there was something down where the bus was as well. I think they had the hot dog stand there.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have
And
to check.
T1 says, let's not forget Tom Sawinski makes his call in to law enforcement late November 6th to report seeing the RAV being pushed down Avery Road by 2 individuals.
Yeah, Susan just said that.
Same
You
day.
must have missed it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I just read it. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah, there's
I always thought the command post was down by the mailboxes near there. I don't know about up by the road.
No, the reason why I say that is, sorry, Susan. The reason why I say that is because Ryan Hilligus and Scott Blowdorn said they checked in at the command center, but they never entered into the Avery salvage yard.
Right.
They denied being in there.
But if you're right there by the mailboxes, yeah, I mean you're really not in the yard yet.
No, you're right at the beginning of it, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Good point.
It seems to me like everybody that Trooper McConnell. I'm almost positive there's an aerial shot. I could be wrong though about the command center. I don't want to say for sure. Okay, let's get to this next call. 1137 looks like. It's a short one. Here we go.
184487.
Go ahead, 184.
Yeah, I just got off the phone with him. Just 496 is over on that over on Calumet Avenue.
184 says
184, your signal was 10-1.
I just got off the phone with 496. He was out on a pickup out on Calumet Avenue to take out that location.
Chat 4.
184 says unknown Herman. 496.
496, 487.
496 is Todd Herman. And we're
There
into
were
the next
Hermans
call.
on MTSO and KSO, I believe.
422 dispatch. 422. Yeah.
Lobby 106 HQ.
Yeah, Fort.
422 is Littlefield.
447, 443.
What?
Said you're in Michipod?
Affirmative, FB.
447 is Christine Bessler. 443 is Kevin Hayes. Haeese. Haeese. Hesse?
That's Lieutenant.
Go ahead.
Charlie transferring a call back. Not a lead, but a female party who called the missing person on the day of her disappearance.
Okay.
The woman with the motorcycle.
487-204.
487 is Syme.
487-204-278.
204 is Link.
278, go ahead.
That's Remaker.
278, when you get a chance, could you give me a call on Shift Commander's office?
Yeah, let's do another phone call. Just keep it on the cell phone, guys. Come on.
Four 278.
Link to
Go ahead.
Link to
What's your
Remaker.
20? Checking for that item that we're in the process next. Attempting to locate it.
Is that a bloody blunt instrument?
204-278. Go ahead. That item you're looking for, we found that. It's up by the office area.
What item is that?
10-4.
Whoa.
443.
443 is that Kevin Hasey.
422, 443.
442 is Beck, Andrew Beck.
422. I think he may be inside the fire department near Michigan. He won't hear you. Everything. One 493, 496. 496, go ahead. 220. Q and 310.
Don't have 493. 496 is Herman. Todd Herman.
I have a question.
61, good. Affirmative.
I have a question, Jack.
Okay, hold on. Okay.
Passive Bear asks, is this the day the school bus driver came to the command post? Either the 5th or 6th, wasn't it?
It was the Saturday.
The
5th.
5th?
Yep.
Yeah.
Spoke with, I believe it was Remica, and that information was relayed to Skolinski.
Ah, that's right.
But let me double check. That's a good point. That one.
But Brendan's interview was on the 6th, correct?
Correct. So
That's
let
right.
me just double check. I could double check that.
Yep. T1's got a comment here. You want to read that out, Susan?
At Danny Mellis. Sorry,
Yeah.
I didn't clarify. Tom Sawinski reported late November 6th about seeing the RAV4 being pushed down Avery Road a day or so before it was discovered on November 5th. Yes.
Yeah, he called. The Sawinski call was at like, I want to say around, I think it was 10:36 p.m. the night of the 6th. That's the one that, if everyone remembers, we've got the front end of the call. It gets connected outside, and so we don't have the back end of when he actually talked to Sergeant Singlub.
Yeah, and that was to dispatch, right?
Correct. That's a dispatch call, not a radio call. Okay. Anything else?
Yeah. Stuart King says, who needs forensic anthropologists when you can just borrow Barb's rake to get the job done?
Well, fair
Is
point.
that the same rake that they dismembered the body and then they didn't test it?
I think they dismembered the body with a shovel.
Yeah.
I'm being facetious. Yes.
That was a cheeky one. That one.
It was.
Yeah. Yeah. I had a question myself. Never mind. Okay. It'll come back.
Well, it'll come back to you. All right. I'll back it up a click and we'll continue.
Affirmative. (193) Officer Riddle.
193 is Shutter.
Good. I was videotaping. Do we use 8mm?
They were videotaping?
Yep.
193, I believe it was. It's been quite a while. I don't even know if they've got the same equipment that we started with. And last time they went out and videotaped the crime scene, I believe they used some video equipment from the detective bureau upstairs.
Yes, I'm pretty sure that video that Doc used about Bear, I'm pretty sure that was the 6th. Is that right, Doc? I'm almost positive.
Yes, it was the 6th. It was the two detectives that went through the property and did a walkthrough, and they're the ones that captured Bear just casually walking up and down.
Yeah, Bear not really giving a damn about anything.
Correct.
I remember the question. What is the name of the officer who said that the butcher boy, whose parents had a butcher?
That was Sipple.
Sipple. Kelly Sipple. That's right.
Isn't that right, Doc? Wasn't it Kelly Sipple said his family had the butcher shop?
Yes, and that's why he was able to recognize the vertebra bone.
Yeah, that they didn't collect.
So who needs a coroner and a forensic anthropologist when we have a
well, apparently they didn't. Yeah, apparently they didn't collect it or take a photo of it. So that's interesting. Okay. Anything else before we take off again? Alrighty. Here we go.
We're good.
I'll back it up. I'll back it up a click and we'll continue.
City 577 to City 115. Go ahead, by the conveyor. Can you contact the lieutenant, our frequency?
I'll give him a 21. One 93443 monitoring. 443. How long before you can get back here? Still standing by. You need me right away? Is 7th Street here? Affirmative, that's all I can break. Yeah, head back here. Copy. 443 dispatch. Scanning from Michigan 76. Location on 147.
443 is that Kevin Hassey?
443 dispatch 23. 42 443. Go ahead. That statement I picked up for you the other day, who is that for? 479. Go ahead.
422 is Littlefield. 443 is that Kevin.
598 dispatch. I'm going to be out at Avery Road.
I don't know who that was.
Four 487.
496 is Todd Herman. 47 is Syme.
Go ahead.
Let's into that one.
Jack 61, can I just, for clarification, Lisa Buchner did make a statement. She passed on the information on November the 5th at a checkpoint at a barrier between Q and 147. She then came back on Monday. So in other words, the law enforcement had that information on the 5th, which was then relayed to O'Neill on the 6th by Skorlinski. And she came back on the 7th, gave a statement to Mark Wiegert, and Lisa Buchner had no idea what day it was, totally confused.
Wow.
So they had the information on the 5th that the bus driver had seen a photographer, but the way she described the vehicles, it was clearly at the location where she drops the boys off, right at the post box, where the post boxes are, and not where the van was. So she completely stuffed it up, and that information was used to entrap Brendan Dassey. And of course, he then changed his statement twice.
Interesting.
Travis just joined us in chat. Welcome, Travis.
Hey, Travis. Welcome. Do a little highlight on Travis there. Hey there. Anything else before we continue? Good to go. Next call. It's another short. This is only 20 seconds, so looks like we got several short little calls coming up here. So we'll just see what they are. Here we go.
15, you're requested up here at the command center.
Let me back that up.
And Danny Melly said, now they have the object and are rounding up a lot of people.
Yeah, it'd be nice to know what the hell they're talking about.
115, you're requested up here at the command center. You are requested up here by the command center.
I do not have anything on 115. No idea.
115, we need you to report to the command center. 10-4, I'm headed that way.
It just says in 115 is somebody from the Manitowoc City Police, but no name. Okay, that one's done. We're moving on to
205, pull in here, right past the command center. You'll see me in here. And have Jason leave his truck on the end out by me.
we're at 1:15 in the afternoon. 13:15. Now we're moving on.
Grab the extra tools out of the back of the pickup.
A lot of chopped up little calls here, which is interesting. We're moving into the 2 o'clock range, it looks like. Oh, wait. Yep, that's right.
More side switch. More side 4165.
10-4, yeah.
458 is Daniel Hartwig, MTSO.
204, 278.
204, Link, 278, Remaker.
487 dispatch, will be 4161.
10.
204, 278.
2 o'clock time frame on the 6th.
487 dispatch.
487.
Let me 76 at the command post.
Dispatch 447.
Go ahead.
447, have a car versus deer. 8522 Highway Q clean. 8522 Highway Q. No injuries, no blockage. Would be between Beagle and B Vector.
447 Bessler.
Are you busy, Dassey?
No, go ahead, sir.
I don't know if it's something you have to let State Patrol know about or not. Susie did with the road blockage on 147 apparently, but as of tomorrow morning we're going to have County Highway set up a detour.
Okay, I'll let them know.
It'll be north on Q to double B and then south on B to Michigan.
Sounds like
Okay,
Lieutenant Syme.
thanks.
Lieutenant Syme, I think she was talking to.
So after 6 a.m. they'll start setting up to put out detour signs in that area. But as of this point, we're just going to keep our manned positions.
Okay, 6 a.m. tomorrow. Thanks.
19347. 487. ETA with those tapes. Just leaving the city on cue.
Don't have 493. 487 is
Go ahead.
We carried some Avery Road 76 to the vicinity of Unbridging Creek Road.
422 is Littlefield. Two 278 Remaker.
Go ahead. The office area.
432 is Colburn.
447 dispatch, I think I'm 23. 10.
447 is Bessler.
443 dispatch.
443 is Kevin.
443.
Be out at that location.
10-4.
193-598. Deputy Tackus. Three, 193. Go ahead. Did you call me in 6-2?
453 is Hornick. Talking to Cheddar.
443, for some reason I'm unable to get through. Scotty, I'll call you. One 193-496. Go ahead. Do you know if the power pack is still out here?
Cheddar talking to Herman, Todd Herman.
598. May have it in 70598. Do you have that power pack?
I'll look in it.
598 is Gary Tackus.
10-4, be advised, County Highway will be putting signage up 0600 tomorrow, detour.
Copy. $598-496. That power pack is in the back of 70. Your standard. 30 seconds out.
47 is signed. I don't know who 37 is. Looking.
487 dispatch, 10-6, command post.
10-4. 447 dispatch. 447. 10-8. 10-4.
447 is Bessler. Christine Bessler.
447 dispatch. 447. District 43, the accident happened on Q Queen, just north of Beagle. The animal did get up and run into the woods. She's got some family members who are in the woods. She was instructed if it ran and it's mobile, that they are on private property, and if there's any complaints, they definitely need to leave. 10-4.
Like a deer strike.
Jack.
Dispatch 487.
487 is Lieutenant Syme.
Dispatch 487.
Go ahead, dispatch.
487, are you able to take a 21?
10-4, I'm back in my squad again.
Dispatch 193.
Cheddar.
193, go ahead.
193, can you take a 21?
Give me a couple seconds, I'll finish up with the call.
That's fine.
Four 487 dispatch, I'm 10-8 from command post.
487 again is Syme.
So what's a 21?
193 dispatch, go ahead with the call.
What's a
Cell
62?
Cell phone call.
That's what I figured.
And what's a 62? Travis is asking.
Well, I think they're talking about a squad car 62. I don't have a list of the codes. The 1021 is definitely call me on your cell. But I think 62 is they're talking about a particular squad car. Call me in 62 because these squad cars have cell phones. Well, at least part of them do have cell phones assigned to that car. So they would have a list available of what number goes with what squad. I think that's correct, Travis. I don't remember anything about anyone calling for a 1062. Any more questions before we continue? Yeah, I see
James Crane, Yoga Man, is here.
I saw that. Welcome, James. Thanks for dropping by. Yeah. Okay. I'll back that up a click and we'll continue.
Four 487.
457. Orth.
I need you or one of your officers to bring a GPS unit to this location. 10-4, I'll return.
452 is Orth calling Simon.
I'll check to see if we have one in 45 here. Deputy Riddle, do you have a GPS unit in that vehicle? Not sure, let me check. And Deputy Riddle, you can disregard. I have one in 45. 10-4, just for your information, if that one turns out not to work, I do have one at 66.
Yeah, he's talking about squad car. That's a squad car 66.
487, copied, 22. Dispatch, I'll be 10-8.
10-4.
I don't know who that was.
Dispatch 193.
Shedder.
193, go ahead.
193, I've got that party on the line. Can I give you a 21?
Yeah, affirmative.
A lot of 21s in this.
557.
557 is Riddle.
Why don't you power that unit up by the 10-minute get over value? Be right along. 10-4. Dispatch 10-42.
10-4.
487, dispatch traffic. Out Wisconsin, SAM P Paul 8 Adam 989, Sam Paul Adam 989. You'll have to run that. My computer's down. I-43 southbound north of Political Road. 487, dispatch 27.
Time.
487, your 28th and a 2005 Cadillac DeVille white in color. Expires 12/06 to Hua Linder out of Green Bay.
10-4, 27 on that individual. On the driver's license is showing as Lynn as being the last name. Shows Der, Her, Lynn, D-E-R-H-U-A-L-I-N, 1223 of 40, female Asian.
487, you're 27.
Valid, no want.
Valid restriction of glasses, no one.
Time I called out with the stop.
1442, 1442.
Highway traffic.
458.
154 John Lincoln Frank, 154 John Lincoln Frank, 43 northbound south of Manasquan River, mile marker 15 speed.
What was that? John something Lincoln.
I'm sorry, say that again, Everly.
They said something John something Lincoln. Is that a
I
name or is that?
think that's part of a license plate or something, but
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I can go back. Let me go back a couple of clicks.
Have fun.
458 traffic.
458.
154 John Lincoln Frank, 154 John Lincoln Frank, 43 northbound south of Manitowoc River, mile marker 15 speed.
Yeah, JLF.
Yeah, it's a license place. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
License
correct.
plate.
Mm-hmm.
John Lincoln Frank. Yeah.
Yep. And the list here, 458, is got it listed as Daniel Hartwig, but there was a lady on 458 as well, so I'm not sure what's going on there. I don't know. All right, here we go.
Have fun.
Four five two
452 is Orth. 47 Sime.
487. What number did I reach yet? 61, I'm on a traffic stop right now. Give me about a minute. Dispatch, I'm turning from stop. 487, 452, go ahead and give me a 21. Dispatch.
487.
76 back to the command post. 487, 452, line's working. Copy.
Dispatch,
Go ahead.
that detour I talked about, you want to let State Patrol know that that'll be in effect tonight. They're working on putting it up shortly.
Okay, thanks.
Fort Shoot dispatch will be 10-8.
10-4.
Fort 10-8.
10-4.
458 is Daniel Hartwig. Starting a new call here. 3 o'clock range.
452, 487. 30 seconds out.
That's Orth talking to Sime.
Fort Shoot dispatch, traffic.
422.
914 Henry John John. 914 Henry John John. 23rd in the trailer park.
10-4.
442 is Littlefield.
487 is out of command post again.
10-4, 487.
487 is Lieutenant Sime.
Fort Shoot dispatch.
422.
You're on our 27 on the registered order. I'm not getting back, Eric.
10-4.
422 again was Littlefield on the traffic stop.
422, you're 27. Party's valid probationary expires 2006. No wants is a affirmative P&P showing D. David.
278.
10-4. Go ahead. Four, 3, go ahead.
Location of 376 back to the Avery Road.
10-4.
453 is Hornick.
.496 to 452.
496 is Herman. 452 is Hornick.
496 to 452.
Let's see if I can track him down if you need him, Chuck.
Just advise him 492 will, correction, 492 will be responding to your location at 2400. So he'll have to be in here at 0345.
Copy.
And he's talking about 492 as Belkey will be responding. Sergeant Belkey.
496 is 42.
Okay, congratulations. Have a good night.
I guess 42 means he's done.
452, 278, 278.
452 is Jason North. 278 is Winter.
They're unit calling 278. 452 is Al Hunsader with you by any chance? Negative. Unit looking for Al Hunsader, he's with me. Two 278. Go ahead. Who is looking for Al? 452. 452. What? That party's with me. That party have the coordinates for him?
Oh, they're looking for coordinates.
10-4, stand by just a second.
That's why I wanted the GPS thing.
Go ahead, 452. 44, 15, 45 north, and 087, 41, 40 west. 10-4, confirming 441545 north, 0874140 west. Affirmative. 10-4, thank you. .493, 496. Go ahead.
That's Shedder.
Reference 453. You gonna give him a card that he can just bring out, and then 452 can bring it back? That same card.
That's affirmative. I believe we still have maybe 56 or 49. We have something here you can bring up.
Okay.
Shedder talking to Todd Herman.
487 dispatch, will be County from command post.
10-4-47.
That's time.
487 dispatch, that call you talked to me on the phone, you haven't dispatched that yet, have you?
Negative, not yet.
I'll attempt to take care of it.
10-4.
Interesting.
487 dispatch.
487.
Could you call the complainant back, get the names of the other parties that he wanted me to meet with, and tell him I'm going to attempt to contact, but I may have to do this by phone.
10-4. 10-4.
May have been when Chuck called. I can't remember.
Dispatch 487. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Complainant stated if you wanted to talk to him, he'd be willing to speak after you spoke with the suspect. I've got the telephone number when you're ready.
10-4.
It'll be 682-6481. 682-6481.
Okay. I don't know what this one's about then.
10-4. 487 dispatch.
487.
Verifying 682-6481.
Affirmative.
Left a message on the answering machine. They may be calling back.
10-4.
487-458.
Time to Daniel Hartwig.
458. Can you give me a 21, please? Yeah,
Go ahead.
Can you page Rock? And I can't get my cell phone number. I can talk with him.
10-4.
That was Shutter wanting somebody paged.
487 dispatch.
Time again.
487.
Would you call the complainant back, tell him that I did attempt contact with negative results. I will try again later, and I will call him back afterwards to let him know what's going on.
10-4.
487-458.
Sign to Hartwig.
Are you sitting up north of Pete Paul? Affirmative. Silver, older model. Looks like probably an early 80s. Larger four-door coming towards you. I only got a momentary 86. Wasn't a good enough reading. One male driver. Should be just about where the Manitowoc River is. Got it. 47 Edwin Pav, Silver 4, one male, 69. You were looking over at me, so I'm sure that he slowed down because of that.
Go ahead.
I need you to page Nancy Crowley and have her call my cell phone ASAP.
Shutter. That Shutter. I don't know if he wants paged Nancy somebody.
Shoot at that traffic.
422.
595, John Zebra Edward 595, John Zebra Edward 151, Northstead.
422 is Littlefield.
160193.
160.
Go ahead.
60.
76. Copy.
193 is Shatter. I think that might be the end of that call.
487 dispatch.
But we'll pause right here because we got a 22-minute call coming up for the 3 o'clock hour. 2 o'clock hour was pretty damn dead, really. Pardon my French. Before I continue on.
Anthony Hills is asking, is this a stakeout?
I don't know. There's too much missing. We just, I don't know. There's so many of these calls that, we don't have any real context. So we can't really say. Like that call earlier about this party calling and wanting to talk to somebody. And I thought that may have been the Chuck call because I know Chuck called because remember he called and said, well, you all break my damn door down. There's going to be problems, blah, 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 And then Alan Avery called, about getting medicine for Dolores. She was running out of her medication. So, I mean, there may be a way to put some of these together, going to the dispatch calls in this time frame, maybe able to piece some of these together. Okay. Any other questions or comments we need to get to before we move forward? Okay, I'm going to say silence is consent. This is the 4 o'clock hour. Yeah, this is the 4 o'clock hour. This is a 22-minute radio chatter. So here we go.
1092.
10-4. Dispatch 447.
447 is Christine Bessler.
447, have a one vehicle 1050 at B-Boy and Osmond Road. Apparently there is a fire underneath the vehicle. We're getting more information. Fire department's been dispatched.
I was going to say you better get the fire department there.
443 dispatch 23.
443 at the accident.
Dispatch.
10-4.
422 Littlefield.
447, keep coming.
Copy. Dispatch is fire department en route. Affirmative, they're en route along with the ambulance.
Four for 3 dispatch, Wisconsin 28.
Go ahead.
463, Adam George Tom. 463, Adam George C. Tom. And put the fire out.
10-4. I'll advise the fire department fire's out.
Tell them to keep continuing though, so we can open up the hood.
10-4.
443 is Kevin Dassey. He put the fire out. Good job, man.
452-209.
452 is Orth. 209 is...
Jerry, unit calling 209.
209 is
10-4, is Alan Hunsader with you? Negative. He's back at the scene somewhere. Copy.
Isn't Hunsader a DCI agent?
453 dispatch.
453.
4156, being route for scene security.
10-4.
453 is Hornick.
453 dispatch, 27.
443 again is Kevin.
443, go ahead.
27, last name Reed, Robert Edward Ida Frank. First name is Richard. Middle is J. John. Date of birth is 090636. 9/6/1936, male.
10-4.
193-278.
That's Shutter to Remiker.
Go ahead, Greg. We're right by the command post. We need to speak to you or Andy ASAP.
Interesting.
You're not close, call. Number quick. 973-3441.
447-43. 10-4-447.
447 is Christine Bessler.
447, come all the way up by the ambulance, in front of the ambulance. One 193-598. 598.
That's Shutter calling 598 is
193-557.
Gary Takis.
557-193. Have you seen Officer Takis, or is he checked out?
He hasn't checked out, but when you see him, have him come give me some relief for a minute.
557 Riddle.
Copy. 458 traffic.
458's Hartwig.
458.
696 Boy George Paul. 696 Boy George Paul. Highway 10, 63 Diesel.
447 dispatch. 447. Maybe a tow truck out of Michigan. Down 4.
447 is
132 dispatch on code.
Go ahead.
Myself, 278 and City 077. I'm going to be 24 from Avery Road, 76 to Maribel Cave.
oh.
Down 4.
That sounds familiar, from Avery Road to Maribel Caves.
I didn't know all of them went up there. I thought it was Colburn that handled that. Am I wrong, or Link? Help me out here, guys.
Colburn went there, and he actually wrote a report that he found teeth, lube, what else?
Those shorts that were ripped up, or pants, or whatever the hell they were?
Pant leg or something like that, yeah. But a box of teeth? That's still a mystery. What teeth? Whose teeth?
Don't know. Can't answer that one. But I didn't know that all these other guys went with him. I thought it was just Colburn. I guess maybe it's in the report and I missed it, or just don't remember. Interesting. All right, well, I'm paused here. Is there anything we need to get to? Do we ever hear the guy who found the bones? Let's see. What's he saying here?
Do we ever hear the guy who found the bones before then? I don't know.
I think you may be talking about Jason Jost.
Jost.
Yeah.
And Carol says, where is the report? Which report, dear?
Well, the report that I'm speaking about is the Manitowoc County Summary Report, which, it is exactly what it states. It's a summary. It's not like individual reports. It's like Remiker took all these reports and put them together. He just summarized them with dates and times for each officer. You just have to read it for that particular day. It's in the library. Manitowoc. Yeah, go ahead, Doc.
If I could just add, I'm looking at the pre-trial, and they definitely stated that they sent some evidence technicians over to Maribel Caves. So it wasn't just Colburn. There were several of them. And the reason why they said it is because they had received intelligence coming from that area. They found pants, lotion, and a few other bits and pieces there as well.
I think that Carol is asking for that report.
Yes.
That's testimony.
I'm looking at the testimony, but I think Colburn wrote it in his MTSO reports. So what I'll do, I'll check it, see if I can find it. All right, guys?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, the summary report's in the library. I'll try to get to it. Hopefully this StreamYard won't lock up again, and put a link in the live chat. Okay. Anything else? Looks good. I'll back it up a click and continue. Oh, what I was saying, I'm sorry, before I continue, 193 Shatter, and I think Remaker, and maybe even Link, they all went up there too. I just didn't realize that all the rest of these guys went with him. I thought it was just Colburn. Duh. It's interesting. Okay, I'm going to continue.
I apologize. 443 is another assignment from 193A. Looks like I've got some miles. I'm probably going to need your assistance.
.487, 447, you recovered?
Stand by.
.204, 209. Go ahead. Give me a call on my phone. I'm going to be at the command post in about 30 seconds. Are you there? .193, 160. .193, 160, 160.
That's Shatter to Shimmick.
204, 209. Go ahead. Can you give me a 21? I just tried. Is your phone dead? No, try it again.
Yeah, for God's sakes, don't put it on the air.
458 dispatch, come stop.
Town stop 1619, 1619.
.487, 447.
407 is signed.
TKs is responding.
Got it. Thank you. 443, 496.
Oh, Herman.
204, 193.
204 is Jacob.
Go ahead.
Wait.
Can you come back to Calumet Command Center? Yep. 1 minute.
204 is Link. 204 is Link.
487, 447.
That's Simon calling Buster.
487, 447. 487, stand by. Dispatch, I'm 10-8. I'm going to be heading towards 447.
10-4, if you could also 21 for a message.
458 is Hartwig.
47, can you copy?
That's Bessler. Calling Syme.
Go ahead.
447, 487, 4430, however you have an assignment is to complete. I have a 55, possible chapter 51, and combative. I'm going to need your assistance. You'll be a road Holy Family.
10-4, do you want me to meet you at Holy Family? Or come to the same?
I think we're going to be leaving shortly. 443 can stand by until the tow truck gets here. Meet you at Holy Family.
10-4, will do. 458-487, I can head up if you want. I'm not that far away. Got it. You want to centralize for now, 458? No. I'll need you to stay also. I was already planning on it. Thanks, Dan. Four 7373.
73142.
10-4.
I don't know who 73 is.
Your name is 443. Go ahead. You can come inside.
443 is Kevin.
Four 5-3 dispatch.
That's Hornet.
453.
1023, Avery Road.
10-4.
Four 5-3. Four 4-3, 4-5-3. 443 dispatch.
443.
I'm going to need another unit up here with me to check a house just down the road from this location. See if you can find one.
458.
7610 Emerge Road.
10-4.
458, 443, give me 33 over there and I'll... 458 negative. We just want to set up other cemetery. What's your location? I'm at B in Osmond, but you can just say 1060, 147 B-Boy. 10-4, 3 about 20. Move it along then.
Not sure what that exchange is about.
487 dispatch up 10-6 Holy Family.
10-4.
I don't know what this Holy Family is either.
443, you have a deal.
Four 453. Stand by.
Fourth, talking to Hornick.
Call me on the radio before you head down. I'm pulling up right now. Four 3 dispatch.
443. 443, go ahead.
Can I get the incident number, and also can you look this party up in-house and see if you can give me a telephone number?
10-4, incident number is 8898-8898. Cell phone number on the registered owner.
Affirmative.
443, ready to copy.
Go ahead.
755-4386. 755-4386.
Thank you. Dispatch, what year is the Lumina?
Yes.
There were a couple of questions. I don't know if we want to listen to the whole call, the entire call, or do we want to?
No, let's break and get it.
Okay.
Yeah, go
Okay.
ahead.
James Crane says they found intelligence in that area. That would be something to investigate. I didn't hear it. I'm sorry. I'm so focused on all these badges numbers.
You're talking about
Well,
you're talking about Maribel?
yeah.
So from what I've read, there were search parties. You know how Ryan was organizing all the search parties. It's pretty obvious that someone there found this material and called it in. And it was Remica and Colburn that went out there to collect the items at Maribel.
Sound like Shutter headed that way too. Go ahead.
Yeah.
And remember, there was that also a citizen call who said that they found some turkey hunters in waders and a green truck, and he called it in that same area.
Yes. Somebody in the water with waders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a two-part call actually. Yep. Okay.
Another question is from Anthony Hills. Wasn't Bobby's phone traced to the Maribel area on the afternoon of October 31st?
I don't remember.
Okay. And then Danny Mellis is asking, did he say cemetery?
Yes.
What is at a cemetery?
Well, I mean, they're talking about B and Osmond Drive. I'm not sure, and I think it was the 6th they were looking for. Damn it, just left my brain. The guy that went after his significant other with the axe, Martinez.
Oh, Andres Martinez.
Yeah, Martinez. Yeah. I don't know if that was I think that was the 6th. But I don't remember that address. Well, there was actually 2 addresses that they had called for that he could potentially be at, and I'm not sure if that's what they're talking about here or not.
Yeah, and Tuco said the German lived in a house in Maribel, or in that area.
Oh, Siegfried? Yeah, I don't remember the address.
Yeah, and Random PC says, wasn't the caves a bit of a party makeout place? Yeah, nothing like. I heard that there's more than party and makeout place, but it's all like hearsay, what you read. And there was that like Hell Hotel or something like that as well in that area.
Yeah, apparently I think, young people use that area as a parking spot, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Yep, I have to agree with that. What else would those items have been found there? Okay, anything else?
Danny Melly says bones, but I don't know if in reference to what.
Yeah, maybe something Doc's ran across in reading what all. Said besides the ripped shorts and the lotion and
and a baggie
with what?
But
nothing, just a baggie.
Baggie, whatever that means, whether it contained marijuana or something like that, I don't know.
Meth, yeah, pills.
Could be anything. Yeah, could be anything.
Could be anything.
But from what I've read, no discovery of bones, as far as I'm aware.
And did you find that it says there a box of teeth?
Not from what I've read, Neverly. Not from what I've read.
I know that I saw it with my own eyes, that Colburn had it in the report. Of the items found, it was a box of teeth.
Okay.
It could be in that summary report. I just don't remember.
Yep.
It's okay.
Okay. All right. We good?
Copy that.
Okay. I'll back it up a click and we'll continue. We're 14 minutes into a 22-minute call.
Dispatch, what year is the Lumina?
Would be 95.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Can you just write down for me somewhere about 1630 hours for frames replacement, Mr. Reese? 1095, the request the ambulance combativeness.
447, I couldn't copy your signals, 10-1.
We're requesting an ambulance. Subject is combative.
We're route to Holy Family. I restrained him because of combativeness.
10-4, your signal was 10-1.
447's Bessler. That other guy talking.
But they said subject is combative. Which subject?
Yeah, they don't say. Well, at least they haven't yet.
Yeah.
193-487.
193. Nice shutter.
I know your staff is short. You're tied up and busy. Don't be afraid to call in that night shift. 10-4 right now. I'm trying to handle the jail problem. I was going to work on that next. They also have a staffing issue.
Shutter talking to Lieutenant
447 is staff. Can you copy me now?
10-4, go ahead.
Did you copy me at all before?
Negative, I can only copy combative and 1630 hours.
1630 hours, I restrained him, combative. 1638 hours, with 10-8, 33, and route to Holy Family.
10-4.
Do you have a 27 or other prior 55?
Negative on 55.
487 dispatch.
487.
I want to keep my cell phone with me. Sergeant Messman is attempting to resolve the issue. If he calls, I'll just transfer it directly to me and I'll see what I can do. Second issue, contact 403 and ask him if he'd be willing to come in early. As soon as possible would be preferred.
That was Lieutenant Syme. You mentioned 403. That's Sergeant Snaglub.
487-193.
Snaglub.
Go ahead. No rush, but if you also want to give me a 21, I can explain what the other issue is.
That's Syme calling Shutter.
Dispatch 487.
Go ahead, dispatch.
343-403 will be in as soon as he can.
10-4. Five 557-453. Go ahead.
That's Riddle.
Forget to log the two of us out on that sheet. We both logged in. We came to the scene. Copy. Five 557 dispatch.
557.
Riddle again.
We can mark myself and 452, 10-8 from the scene. We'll be 76 back to SO.
10-4.
458, what's your 20? Boy Bartle. Copy. 4-3. What? I believe it's Audrey you're looking for. The address you have should be the correct one. Copy. Go ahead.
Interesting question. Jimmy 715, North State Street, Village of Mascot. That's our 458 will be going as soon as you get 1060.
453 is
For your 43, the accident location was approximately 0.2 north of Osmond, east side. The accident scene has been cleared.
10-4. 447 dispatch. We're going to have minor injury. I'll give you a document number in a while. 10-4.
That's Bessler again.
Copy, town shops. 4-3, I know you're busy. Can you give me a 2162? .487 to 557. 557, go ahead. 557, what unit are you bringing back with you? We're in 5-6. 10-4.
Sign talking to Riddle.
453 took over 66.
Bless you.
10-4. Your dispatch.
443.
Myself and 458 will be on to that address.
Warnick and Hartwig.
447 is the Holy Family.
Bessler.
432 dispatch.
432.
All three of us at 24 from Maribel Caves, 76 back to Avery Road.
10-4. 432 is 278, able to 21.
432 is Coleman.
Affirmative.
278 is Rimiger. Okay, that's the end of that one. It is, and we've been on for a couple of hours now. I don't want to stretch nobody's ears too hard. So we can listen. This next one's a 10-minute call, looks like, but we can pause it here and continue on the next time. I'm going to leave it up to you guys. What do you want to do?
Yeah, tell us in chat if you want us to continue or for maybe another, like 30 minutes or so, or not.
Yeah, another call or two. Let's see what we got here. This call is 10 minutes. The one after that's a minute. We got a bunch of shorties. Yeah, a lot of shorties after this call.
Well, maybe we can bang them out.
After the 10-minute call, they're going to go pretty quick. Trying to get a complete day done. We've got, so probably total of, 15 minutes maybe to get all these out.
Yeah, let's do that and finish the day. Call it a day.
Works for me. Everybody good with that? I hope so. Get this done.
Yeah, let's get it done. All
right. This call is the 1800. This is a 6 o'clock hour. So here we go.
432204.
432.
Go ahead.
Culver.
278 and Cal County Sergeant will be back out at trailer down at the end of the lane.
You going to do that other pickup of items, or are you going to wait till tomorrow? Wait till tomorrow. We're just going to assist. Except for you're assisting?
That's Colburn,
Just for a minute.
Remaker, and Link 204.
204. Dispatch. 458.
That's Hartwig.
We're able to get that Indiana 27 and 620, correction, Indiana 28 back and 627.
Affirmative, ready to copy.
Go ahead.
28 shows a 2004, expires 3/06 to North American Van Lines. No on. Mr. Brown would be valid, endorsed, double trailer, expiring 2012. No on.
Got it. Fortitude 10-8.
Stand for.
Two 432.
204 is Link. 432 is Colburn.
Are you guys going to be a while? I don't believe so. 10-4. Dispatch will be 10-8.
10-4.
Two 432. You guys going to be heading back to headquarters after that? If that's okay with you. 10-4, that's where I was heading. You're going to ride with Dave, right? Affirmative. 10-4, see you there.
That's Link to Colburn. Riding, and Colburn's riding with Remaker.
204, dispatch.
204.
I'll be 1024 from this location, 76 to headquarters.
10-4.
And you're 209193.
That's Jacobs to Shutter.
209193. 193. Greg, can you come back to the command post? Red or gray, Dennis? Dispatch.
458.
North Dale, hold County briefly.
458 Daniel Hartwig.
Dispatch 422.
Good.
422 have a car deer 1050 on 42 at English Lake Road. 42 in English Lake, one vehicle. Are you driving? Deer is off the roadway. No injuries, no blockage.
Okay.
422 is Littlefield. Deer strike.
193160.
Shutter to Shimmick.
43193. 403, go ahead. You get a chance, you're going to give me a call on 63. Alrighty.
That's Singleb, Scott Singleb, calling Shutter.
42 is 23.
Cancel 422.
422 is Littlefield.
403. 43. I'm unable to get through. Family try me. 973 3441. Last ones were 3441. Affirmative. .204 dispatch.
204.
That'll be 10-6 headquarters.
10-4.
That's Link 204.
193 160 160.
That's Shutter, calling Shimmick.
193 443. 443. ACC 160. Tell him that we'll probably need that lighting assistance for tonight. He can prep for that. And then also that other item if it needs to go mobile. Maybe try him a little bit later here. Copy. I'll keep you updated. 4-2 dispatch. 2827.
422, do have a 28 on Tom Henry King 991 and a 27 on Casey.
Sorry. Dispatch, you contact our 42 garage when needed a vehicle removed out of that ditch.
Definitely.
I was next to the generator. I couldn't hear what was on the radio. If you have something for me. Affirmative. Probably going to request that lighting through the night. Nothing else. Just helps with security. And there's another point of interest they may be looking at and may ask you to go mobile. 443 is at the command post. He'll keep you posted as well.
Hmm.
And I'm down here by the unit, so I'll make myself available by radio if someone wants to meet with me.
What
10-4. At minimum, you probably need to have gas for tonight again. 10-4.
What other area of interest? 458 is
458, were you calling?
Affirmative. Do you have a number for DVC?
Ten 4. 684-5770. 684-5770.
Copy. $209-160. 160-209, go ahead. Could you give me a 21 if you have a cell phone available? Affirmative, I don't know your number. 973-7424. Repeating, 973-7424. Info.
that was Jacobs talking to Shimmick.
Info 3-160-160. Station calling 160, good. 160, what's your 20? I need to speak with you. I'm down here by the lighting, otherwise I can drive up if you'd like. If you could when you get a chance, no rush. Yes, well, I'll make sure security knows and I'll leave shortly.
Okay.
160443.
443.
For your record, what's your cell phone for the city down here?
323-4262.
10-4, thanks.
That's Shimmick.
458 dispatch.
458.
42.
458's Hartwig. Probably it for that call.
487, 443.
487 is Simon.
443, are you going to be tied up again tonight, or are you going to be hitting in for 42? Approximately 2200.
Next call. 1930 hours.
160443.
Go ahead.
In regards to the city's command post, they are proactive on it and monitoring it.
Very good.
That's it for that call. Next call.
443-160.
160443, good.
Just for your 43, I don't know who's taking care of it. Calumet County's command center did run out of gasoline.
Yeah, I'm unsure who handles it here, but I'll go up and provide some support and see what I can do.
Sorry.
160. Station calling 160, good.
Yeah, we need to get some from our pumps here. I don't know. We have some cans off. We went to that red
I've got a full 5 gallons down here. I planned on taking it up there. I'll see what I can do for him.
And if you need some more later or whatever, get a hold of 403. We made it interaction, so white.
Thanks.
That's Simon.
42 dispatch.
That's Littlefield. That's going to go to the next call. 8 o'clock hour.
160193.
Shimmick calling
193.
Greg Shetter.
Are you returning back up here tonight? That'd be a negative. Okay. Then can I 21 you whatever is convenient for you? Yeah, go ahead, 973-3441. 10-4.
Next call is a 9 o'clock hour. 21-second call. Or radio traffic.
209 dispatch.
209.
I'm 10-8 from the scene. I'll be 76 city.
209 is Jacobs. 209 is Jacobs. That's going to be it. Let me get to this next call and I'll pause it. And this is where we'll start the next time. Whew. Well, you know, for me, it sounded like a lot of activity. A lot that, you know, it is unfortunately undocumented. You see here we went through, let's see here. We had, for the 6 o'clock hour, we had 10 minutes and 30 seconds. 7 o'clock hour, we had a minute. Well, actually, I take that back. We had 2 calls, so we had about a minute and a half for the 7 o'clock hour. 8 o'clock hour, I'm sorry. Let me back that up. 3 calls. 1, 2, 3. So roughly 3 minutes for the 7 o'clock hour. 8 o'clock hour, we had looks like 1 call for 50 seconds. 9 o'clock hour, we had 21 seconds. So very little that got transferred for several hours on the evening of the 6th. I mean, we got what we got for last year.
If I could just comment, Jack 61.
Please.
It's very interesting that in that set of calls they mention a point of interest, right?
Yes.
That point of interest can only be one spot, as far as I'm aware, and that's Mickles Quarry, because that's the day on the 6th where you had 3 cadaver dog hits in Mickles Quarry. That's
Yes.
when you had Earl and his sifting team take out tissue, blood, and possibly bone. And it's very interesting that Deedring, 1 day later, called the cadaver dogs back and they failed to alert, which simply means that the scent source was removed from Mickles Quarry. So on the 6th, we had 19 dog handlers and they still left bear near the burn pit. No one removed bear.
Yep. I have to agree because I really can't remember anything else that would. I mean, I guess there could have been something in the yard, but I don't remember anything.
No, not as far as I'm aware. Not as a point of interest, because remember on the 5th they'd gone through that place with cadaver dogs and search teams. They came back on the day after and started popping all the hoods. But the major finds weren't going to happen until the 7th, which is the burn barrel, and the burnt electronics in the burn barrel. And then on the 8th, all the major pieces of forensic evidence come out of the sky, so to speak.
Well, I was thinking about Cuss Road earlier, and, it's a real point of interest, I know, for you. It certainly is for me, and I think many people. And I think about this group of search team. Somebody's unmuted. Oh, there we go. This group of searchers, Search Team A, they started in Redon's Quarry and started walking that direction. And at some point, they crossed the property line. Now, I'm being told that area is marked. I can't say that for sure. I don't have any real photographs to back that up. I'm just going on what I was told. But nonetheless, they're walking through, and this area of disturbed earth gets, something caught their eye, whatever. And then I think about the call that Bushman made. Send the investigators down, and then he comes back on, better bring a shovel. But here's the thing. This area of disturbed earth, they ultimately end up saying they have an old rotten pallet and a couple of peat moss bags. And I have to wonder to myself, who would bury it? Especially at that point, at some point in time, it had to be, I would think, a relatively recent time, or that all that would have, kind of smoothed itself out.
When Bushman, it's interesting, the report by Deedring, because he noted that what Bushman did was he took one of those evidence flags, and he said that the flag went into the soil very, very easily.
That's right.
He then got a flag and he put it near the adjacent soil, and it was hard, which meant that it was a freshly dug area, right?
That's right.
Now, no one, Jack 61, everyone on the panel and in chat, no one in their right mind is going to now dig what looks like a grave site and bury a peat moss bag in a rotten wooden pallet. No one.
Why would they? Why would they do it? Exactly. No. And I've tried to put sense around that, Doc, but I can't.
Yeah. Not in the middle of a forest, right? And mind you, that's private property that they were on. It was private property. So it's very, very interesting because remember, both the cadaver dog, Brutus, was brought there and did alert on the area of disturbed earth.
That's right.
And Sheriff Pagel prevented Loof from crossing the police tape. So Loof went there and he was 40 yards away and he was following the live scent of Teresa Hallbach, but was stopped.
Correct. Yeah,
And there was a question. Sorry, Jack 61.
No.
As far as we're aware, Sergeant Jason Jost wasn't in Mickle's quarry, but guess where he was? He was in the Manitowoc County gravel pit, also in Redon's quarry, and he was with cadaver dog.
Team A. Yep. Oh yeah. Later that day, that evening. Yeah.
Correct. And on the 10th, Brutus positively alerted and scratched at a burn site. And of course, now we know infamously that the bone fragments in, I think it was 8675, I think it was, item number.
Yeah.
Now they regard them as human. So part of Teresa Hallbach's pelvic bone is in the Manitowoc County gravel pit, and the other part was in Stephen Avery's burn pit. So there's something definitely going on. You can't cut up a pelvic bone fragment using gardening tool implements. She was literally cut to pieces. It's shocking, actually shocking.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know if this question was answered by James Crane. Did Cam mention Cuss Road at all?
3 seconds.
Duh.
3.
That's what
It was. If you're lucky, right? Yeah. No, the what is amazing is when they showed Sarah Fausk talking about her hypothesis, they only said that Loof went to Cuss Road and turned around and went to the hunting lodge, the deer camp. Nothing was discussed about Cuss Road. It was completely avoided.
Yeah, and it is interesting. Yeah, Cam showed just literally seconds of Cuss Road. It got disregarded. And I guess that's in connection with Making a Murder. They didn't really show too much of anything. They showed more than I think than what Cam did. But again, who would dig this area up to bury these items that they allegedly found, and that's all. And they spent basically the entire day there.
Well, sorry, Jack 61, what Sunshine Christina obtained, the disturbed earth search warrant, that's the Rosetta Stone right there. And also the 2 documents that we discussed about, the fact that Fassbender admitted going with Wiegert to look at the bones at the clandestine burial site, and Fallon and Kratz wrote a report talking about the additional bones. So not only did Fassbender confirm it, so did Fallon and Kratz in that document to the judge. So, guys, there definitely were bones. I'm not postulating here. This is their own words. There were definitely bones that were found at this clandestine burial site. For some unknown reason, maybe out of respect, they did not want to discuss Cuss Road at all.
No, they didn't. And I guess until, maybe some such time that we get, more photographs or even DCI reports. So we have missing DCI reports that we can't seem to get our hands on for whatever reason. There's a lot of those, for sure.
If I could just add one more point.
Sure.
A lot of I remember years ago when people were discussing, in fact, I think our team did as well, when we were talking about the bone fragments in the Manitowoc County gravel pit, and that Ken Kratz only wanted to spend 20 seconds there. You have to ask yourself, why is it now that Cam has admitted that those bone fragments are indeed human? Dr. Eisenberg, who was described as the most intelligent woman that Kratz has met
Never knew. Yeah.
failed during the trial to state that they were human bones. And the reason why is pretty obvious, because it's very hard to present a case in which Stephen is now picking up cremains, only some of the cremains, and going on a bone dumping exhibition. That doesn't make any sense. If you're going to clean up your tracks, you bring all of them, not some of them, right? What is the point of throwing bones in a burn barrel, your sister's burn barrel, in 3 locations in the Manitowoc County gravel pit, very likely at Cuss, and then not state that during the trial, because something like that would hurt them? So what Judge Angie did was very, very clever. You know why? Because Brendan Dassey said during one of the trial, when he was interrogated by Fassbender and Wiggett, oh, my uncle said he got a bucket and he put some bones in there and he threw them here and he threw them there and he dug them up and he did this and he did that. So now the judge is prepared to accept that it was Stephen who dumped the cremains in all these alternative locations, but refused to talk to them about them during the trial.
Yeah, that is interesting. And, I don't remember which judge it was talking about this. I don't know if it was one of the appeals judges or if it was Judge Andy, said, during 2011 when the state, Fallon, an assistant attorney general, Gahn, a special prosecutor, Wiegert was there, I think Fassbender was there, Hawkins was there. And they go through and they had Eisenberg's report and they only picked certain items out and gave them back.
The human bones, correct.
Yes.
In fact,
and then other people are coming and saying, well, they were potential human. Well, how would these officers and state, lawyers potentially give the animal bones back to the family? I can't even imagine that.
No, I mean, unfortunately, guys, we know. We've spent years on this. It was a ruse. They've got a cover story for everything, basically to ensure that Kathleen Zellner doesn't get access to any material. And the fact that Dr. Eisenberg, all she had to do, right, guys, is place the bone under a microscope.
That's right.
And she refused to do it.
And I really don't understand that unless, well, I mean, I can go off on a lot of speculation. And say that, well, she did and said she didn't, but she knew what was what. Because if she's got the credentials at the wazoo, like Kratz is boasting, I mean, to me, that's easy peasy, lemon squeezy to do that. She would know if they were human or not.
It would have taken her approximately 5 seconds to do it.
Right. Right.
Kratz obviously said to Eisenberg, keep your mouth shut, just say that you don't know, and hence we can bypass the Manitowoc County gravel pit. Now, that, when you think about it, guys, their own cadaver dog that they brought in, Brutus, had alerted at concrete piles of concrete blocks. And I read on a website that there likely was evidence that parts of Teresa Hallbach were actually burnt there, because there was an actual burn spot that was detected. And you know what's scary? That probably explains what Travis Crowell had smelt, because that spot happened to be very close to the to the rock crusher. And guess which dog went to the rock crusher?
Brutus, wasn't it? Oh, Lou. Okay.
Loof.
Yep, that's right.
Loof went to the rock crusher.
Well,
question.
Yep.
Anthony Hill says, why couldn't they plant what was found at Cuss at the salvage yard?
Well,
I think they did.
There's a possibility that there could have been burnt electronics that actually had. Now, I'm speculating. There could have been burnt electronics found at Cuss Road that identified the body that identified Teresa Hallbach. And you know what was written on the report by Bushman? The word stump. You know what that implies, right?
Torso.
Torso.
Trunk.
And
Torso.
trunk. Yep, torso. And if you look at the bones which are missing, they're from the neck to the pelvis. You don't find complete spinal cord fragments. You never find one intact rib, nothing.
Sternum, clavicle, shoulder, joints, nothing.
60% is missing. 60% of her body's missing.
Plus, they had to. I know that that Karen Holbach said that she was told that she is dead, but they must have told her as evidence by what? Couldn't be the electronics.
It has to be identification.
Yes.
Right? I mean, I remember having
identification as in her driver's license, electronics, or body parts.
And well, the thing is with body parts, unless you had an identifying tattoo, something that was discriminatory, that can basically say, okay, it's definitely Teresa Hallbach. Basically, it would have to be a body part next to identification, some form of ID, right? Like a driver's license.
But a definite one, because this is not an area where you want to make a mistake.
You don't want to sign a death certificate on the basis of, oh yeah, I think it's her.
Or tell the parents, I think it's her.
And tell the parents. There's no rush. You do it properly. They obtained the pap smear, I think, on the 21st at Colhane testing using item BZ. They got a 7 out of 15 match. You can tell Karen, the parents, hey, look, based on all the evidence we have, we believe that's your daughter. And you know what? As a father myself, I would be satisfied with that. But I wouldn't be satisfied being handed over a piece of paper signing a death certificate. The first thing I would have said was, based on what, Michael Claser? What's your evidence? And that's why you had all the kerfuffle that took place in the courtroom where Kratz wanted to admit the death certificate. And the judge said, yeah. But unfortunately, the coroner Michael Claser has to come on the stand and explain how she identified Teresa Hallbach and what made him sign the death certificate on November the 10th at 4:10, where he went to Michael's
Quarry.
Correct.
I don't know. It all goes back to that question Susan asked. It stumped us for, I don't know, 3 months, 4 months now, how long it's been. Why wouldn't they just move the crime scene to Cuss Road and be done with it? There had to be something. There had to be a reason behind that. And I don't know. It's all speculatory for us. Anthony Hill says, would they not have disposed of the bones in 2011 if they were Teresa's? Well,
they were definitely human bones. They used the ruse to stump Kathleen Zellner by stating, now wait for it, because the guys that sorted out the bones were not forensic anthropologists, we cannot definitively say that they were human. They could have well been animal. That was the excuse that they used. So imagine giving animal bones to the parents of Teresa and saying, please accept these as bones of your daughter.
I can't even imagine that as a father of 5 children. I just can't.
Yeah, that's
hard. Yeah, it's so hard. It really is mind-boggling. And then I think about that phone call that Williams made, supposedly calling Fallon, but he's leaving a message on Zellner's answering machine.
I think he wanted it out.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah, he wanted out.
Yep, I agree.
So, I mean, why? I mean, I still can't answer Susan's brilliant question. And I have an awful feeling, you know what? They probably did find a torso. Now, if you think about this, right? if you're stating that Teresa Halbach was incinerated in Stephen Avery's burn pit, how on earth are you going to explain an unburnt or semi-burnt torso doing with the presence of tiny bone fragments that have received a huge amount of heat? Because I still can't, and no one can explain how you have item BZ, which is squishy muscle tissue in the same combustion event. That doesn't make any sense, guys. It really doesn't.
No, it doesn't. And you know, again, looking at it from 20,000 feet, we have multiple locations where something is found, right? Nichols Quarry, Cuss Road,
Manitowoc County
gravel pit, and the quarry.
Yep.
So, okay. What else we got here? We got several comments coming through. Neverly? Anything?
I'm still stuck on identification of the body in order to tell the present, and I just put it in chat that any parent would hold on to that like a minute trace of hope that their missing child is alive and not dead, and would accept an answer like we think it's her, and so forth, because of that factor of hope. I think that any parent would like want to see. And let's say that they found something identifiable, a body part, that a parent, as hard as it is, maybe not the parent, but a kin of some sort would go and to see. Maybe the jewelry that they found, let's say, on her hand. I'm speculating over here. You know what I mean? Something.
Right.
That
something.
Would say, yes.
That's that's uniquely Teresa. Yeah. Uniquely true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uniquely Teresa.
Exactly.
I don't know. That's all I can really come up with. It's speculatory that they found something identifiable at Cuss Road, but I don't know why. It just all comes back to what Susan asked, and then what would prompt Kratz to tell the parents? It's for sure. We're positive, you know. I don't know.
But you have to, that's a terrible thing to ask a mother on the stand, you know, about, oh, were you being informed all the time? And Karen, of course, I was told those remains were my daughter's. And Strang had the decency to say, no questions, Your Honor. No questions.
Anything for her. Absolutely.
Gee, God's sake. It's just a Kratz show. That's all it is, a Kratz show.
Well, it was theater. We knew that. Yeah, for sure.
Theater. Yep, correct.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you know, it brings up another. Again, this is speculatory because the possibilities are open. Another person being killed and their bones being scattered, because we know that there were, you know, the quarry had experienced some issues over the years with that happening. Bodies getting dumped, so forth and so on. I'm not saying that's what it is at all. But if it was, and it wasn't investigated, that's another huge problem for, you know, Manitowoc and potentially Calumet and the DCI. Not saying that was what happened at all. It's just another possibility. Okay. Neverly? Anyone?
Well, Yoga said something. He goes, I don't think that the Halbachs have ever come forward to verify that they received those bones. Yeah, we had many discussions over the years regarding the return of the bones in, what was it, in 2011?
Yes.
The state says that they gave the bones away out of the goodness of their hearts, basically. That's what they said. Right?
Yeah, basically.
Basically. And that we looked into the chain of custody of the bones, because if the parents requested it, there should be some paperwork. If they really gave it away, I think that the paperwork stops at the funeral home.
It did.
Yeah.
No one signed it either.
No one signed for them.
Well, I did try to find out from the DCI who initiated the contact, one way or the other, the state or the Hawbox, and they refused to answer me. They denied my request. I haven't tried again, but I think it'd be pointless.
Well, the funny thing here, not funny, but the interesting thing here is that Dr. Eisenberg was asked, is there any evidence of those bones being from a male? She said, nope. Is there any evidence of those bones pertaining to more than one victim? Nope. And she was able to conclude that because there were no duplicate bones, right?
Right.
But what she couldn't account for, and was actually very clever, she couldn't account for, A, what the primary burn site was, and 2, where the remaining skeletal remains of Teresa Horbach actually are.
Right.
And it makes a lot more sense if a torso was found, because you've got a lot of bones from the hip to the neck to the cervical region, all in one, right? And hence you avoid burning the organs, right? And the organs are what are going to have a distinctive smell, right?
Yep.
So you can't disguise that. So the argument now is this: is the burn pit, is Stephen Avery's burn pit the primary burn location? You know what's interesting? All of a sudden, no one cares about the blood in the RAV. Isn't that interesting?
No. Yeah.
No.
Yep.
Anthony Hill says, watch the interviews of Michael Halbachs on the 9th and 10th. On the 9th, he says, we don't know if she's alive or dead. The next day, the 10th, he says, we knew before it was her. So which one is it?
Yeah.
Pinocchio.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And then, they were being told that there's no signs of foul play after they found the RAV. Remember that?
I do.
Yet there's blood in there. So what is that? A present? Not foul play?
Yeah, correct. And that's the principal reason why you need to do a proper, thorough investigation, right? And I believe that the investigation was hampered because of tunnel vision. The mere fact that Stephen Avery's name got mentioned, that changed everything. That completely changed and skewed the investigation immediately, despite what they say, in my opinion.
Right. Well, another point that's come up recently on X is someone asked us, basically, foul play, how we think this all occurred, and this push about some vast conspiracy. And I've argued my point to the end. I'm really done arguing the point. I personally don't believe there was. There didn't have to be. There literally did not have to be that at all. Thinking about 4 or 5 law enforcement agencies, the lab, prosecutors, having meetings off-site and saying, we're going to do this, this, and this. You're assigned this. No, I don't believe it. Someone would have come forward by now.
Yeah, there's definitely no vast conspiracy, in my opinion. In actual fact, I'm not prepared to say a name, but if I'm correct, and I think you know who I'm talking about, Jack 61, you may need very, very little involvement at all by law enforcement.
That's right.
One individual could have done 95% of setting Stephen up. 95%.
Absolutely.
And no one,
there's no doubt.
No one would know a thing.
Nope.
And direct other people to do this and that, and the other law enforcement officers would follow the command, wouldn't they?
Correct.
Well,
and they
correct.
also are hardworking officers who have mortgages and families, and they need a job. And who's going to say, well, wait a second, boss. Yeah, do that.
You don't.
Well,
But basically, sorry, Jack, just one more final comment. If the law enforcement officers are chasing the wrong person, they then try to fit the narrative to point to that person and ignore everybody else. And that was a huge fundamental error that they should have picked up on the very first day.
Well, I fall back to the lawsuit, whether, you had particular officers or whoever knowing how badly the depositions were going and knowing that there's just no way they could allow this in open court because, well, you had a bunch of problems to begin with, and then the Gregory Allen problem reared its head. They sure as hell didn't want that coming out because Vogel had alibied him. Kosarik basically ignored him after being warned. They didn't want that coming out in open court, and I'm sure that it would have. There's just too many elements for me to be comfortable with to say, well, 85. Look what happened. They, whatever reason, we can name off probably a few that MTSO, especially Kosarik, was on Avery. There's no doubt about it. And he ended up serving at least 12 extra years, depending on how you look at when he would have got out on the Morse charge. But and then Dennis Vogel alibying Gregory Allen, and then come to find out, they said no, that didn't happen at all.
Correct.
But so there was just a lot going on.
Yeah, correct. And the second big mistake that the state definitely made was to believe in the narrative of Brendan Dassey. And hence, they locked themselves into an impossible hypothesis and story, which, like I've argued many, many times before, their own crime scene detectives could not support. The use of cadaver dogs and scent dogs did not support their narrative. And the only odd item out of the entire lot that doesn't make any sense is the key and item FL. They're the only two items that make no sense at all because the state decided to believe Brendan. So now they're trying to put a round hole in a square peg or something, a square peg in a round hole. Their case is so ludicrous. They don't even know what they're talking about now. And now they have to stick to that narrative.
Well, you think about now that we've watched Cam and they included some footage from Kratz talking about the key. You guys just fucked up my case. And he was pretty livid about it. I mean, he really didn't like that at all. And, after the evening of the 8th, when all that went down, these guys were done on the Avery salvage yard. Now, they may have still helped a little bit here and there. They didn't participate in the 9th. If they did, it was only one or two of the search of the quarry. So, I don't know. There's just a lot of elements, but the actual fact of what I believe, you had a few people acting independently that didn't necessarily have any contact at all. We have no proof of that whatsoever. That's why I've stuck by what I said. And literally, we've seen people convicted on far less than what was presented at Avery's trial, right? I mean, correct. We've seen it time and again. So,
correct. For me, the damage occurred the moment Culhane wrote down what Fassbender requested her to do. Try to put her in his garage or trailer. That's it. As far as the fidelity of any type of results, you've lost all. You've lost all sense of bias.
What's a directive?
And it is a directive, correct. And Culhane actually got caught out. That wasn't a good sign.
No, I agree. All righty, Neverly. Anything else that you can see that we need to talk about before we get out of here?
Well, Alligator 57 said it could be tunnel vision with a few trying to bolster the case, and then more evidence pops up that doesn't fit the narrative. Yeah, right?
Well,
Could
we,
be.
you, yeah, you have all these open-ended areas that really were ignored at trial. I mean, truly ignored.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. And then that convert, that lady who was a truther allegedly, who after watching Cam,
Kristen.
Yeah, Kristen, she said that actually they were protecting Stephen because of the 1985 case and the lawsuit and everything else. And they were protecting him. They were not targeting him. And I was like, what did you just say? They were protecting him? MTSO? Why was MTSO even involved? Number one. And number two, Kratz said in court that 1985 case has nothing to do with this one. So which one is it?
Right. That's what I'm saying. They're all. I mean, to me, they're all tied together. That's just the way I see it.
Of course, it is.
And you know, the bizarre thing, of course, is that they had Sarah Faust's dog reports, you know, back in 2005.
Sure.
Sarah Faust was not called to testify. And the reason, in my opinion, why she wasn't called to testify is that they would have to bring in Cuss Road into play, right? Because that's actually where Loof went. And her body language, she wanted to go past the crime scene tape. So could you imagine if Strangham Buting had subpoenaed Mike Bushman and Sergeant Jason Jost to the stand?
Yeah, that would have been interesting.
Oh, boy.
Yep. Veronica Black says that, and Kristen McKee-McGilter, after seeing pictures of bone in Avery's burn pit, yeah, I heard that too, that she was shown photos that we've never seen, I guess. But if they had actual pictures from the 8th, I think they would have presented those at trial, and they didn't.
You mean the bones in the tire wires?
Well, that I don't know. I don't know exactly what she saw. Because
I think she actually had mentioned, we'll go over this when we do our rebuttal. She actually had mentioned that it was the bone fragments, the one that has that amorphic shape, the one that looks really, really bizarre. It doesn't look like bone at all. She said that once she had seen that, she had become convinced, which is very, very interesting because it is something that I actually want to know how the new state advocates had changed their mind. What caused them to change their mind? I think that's an important question.
Well, it is, for many reasons. Again, people can choose as they wish. That's I don't have a problem with it. You got to kind of follow your heart. I think all of us do. But for me, until I see something different than what I've seen up to date, despite whatever was shown in MAM 1 or 2 or even CAM, again, as we talked about at the beginning of the podcast, I mean, other than some of the new stuff that's been added after the fact that wasn't reported, it's like Candy talked about the fire. I thought it was going to melt the house. Well, I never heard that shit before. I don't think anybody else had either. There were some add-ins on top of what was actually reported back in, years ago. We never heard any of that. There's other elements too that were also, I call it a pile-on. You can call it whatever you wish. So, yeah, for me, Doc, and everyone, I just it didn't affect me the way that it did other people. And I'm just guessing because of what I'd already read and learned before. I knew Stephen was an asshole. I knew he was. But again, that doesn't equate. You can't convict someone of murder just because they're just an ass. Can't. In my opinion. Alrighty. Is everybody good? Satisfied with where we're at so far? Hey, there's Scuba the dog. I knew she was here, but am I
Yeah,
here?
I reckon we're good. I reckon we're good, Jack.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, with that said, I don't know what we'll do next Sunday for open mic. The plan is now to for next Saturday's Live Docs Live, we're going to do our rebuttal for episode 9. That may spill over into the open mic if we run out of time. So be it. If not, we'll do something. We'll either listen to the next day of the 7th radio dispatch calls, or we'll do something to keep this relevant as best we can. I'm a believer. I'm an advocate. I want the truth. I want the full truth, and I can tell you from any older state advocates, I can tell you now, they do not want all the documentation out. I can tell you that right now. I know for a fact that they do not. There was too much effort that went on for years to censor that information on Reddit. A lot of effort. That's why a lot of the state advocates, they wanted to become moderators on the Making a Murder sub so they could prevent that. Get people banned. There's so many people perma-banned over that stuff. It's just ridiculous. So I think we put Susan asleep because she's been quiet. I think she had dinner while she was listening to calls and it probably knocked her out. Neverly, any last words?
No, this was great. Great. It was tedious, all right, to listen to these calls. It wasn't clear and so forth, but it had to be done. The best part is that we did it together. And as we're catching the badge numbers, the names, some people in the chat were catching the information. So we did it as a group. And it has to be done. Not everything is typed up clearly on a report. So thank you guys for all of that. We really appreciate your support and your interest in this case, almost 8 years later. So yeah, it's
just
great.
give a little reply to Random Pieces. I doubt Brenda has all of it. No, I don't think she has all of it either, but I think she has far more than we have. She showed us too much during our interviews. She had a lot. And, she said in this recent interview on Up in Smoke that she's willing to share, and that turns out that's not true at all. It's just not. If she wanted to share it, she could just open up her Google Drive and share the link and be done and let people do their own thing, So, with that said, let me get over to this. I'm going to, oh crap, sorry. Let me get this on screen. Where you at here? No. Sorry, StreamYard's being a little cantankerous. Apologize for that. There we go. Now I'm going to say, this has been a Foul Play production.